Alright, quick preface to this video. This video was not actually planned originally. It was just kind of a spur of the moment video. I thought, well, I might as well. Actually, I thought of it the night before, and I thought maybe, I haven't done AM DXing in a while. Maybe to make a good video. It may be interesting just to see how good the MLA 30 works for AM DX. There's the MLA loop there. And it's currently snowing out. You can see. It's -6 and snowing out, which is typical for this time of year. And last night I noticed when I was listening to VORW and 5850 WRMI, there's a lot of the propagation was very sucky, and then when it gets cold like this, fairly overcast like it is today, and it was yesterday and last night, propagation tends not to be as great. It doesn't help having fluorescent lights in the garage. And there I'm using the radio. I shut them all off, and I made a list here, because what I did was I actually ended up not because it was a kind of a rush video, like I said, a spur of the moment kind of thing. I just tuned around and DX some stations, and I didn't think of making a list and logging the stations that I picked up. So here's a kind of a station list, or a AM DX log of the stations that I picked up. I think the furthest I got was, this was a real good catch. TSN 690 out of Montreal, CKGN at 690 kilohertz, from 3,506.6 kilometers away, 560.6 kilometers away. Sorry, that was pretty impressive DX. I think that was a pretty impressive catch, and some of these aren't confirmed yet. Some of them are possible DXs. Well, because all I did was I'd land on the frequency, and then you can type in on Google. Same with an FM station. Usually not with a shortwave station. It's just AM and FM. Google recognizes that frequency, and it'll give you, oh yeah, it came on 560 out of Montana, Great Falls, Montana. Montana's greatest country. Blah 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 blah, whatever. I'll show you the station and the station's website and the iHeartRadio live stream, or TuneIn. TuneIn's good. I like to use Streama for radio live stream. Sometimes Stream is good. And a lot of the stations that I DX popped up on there when I googled it. And of course, you get a lot of stations for the one particular frequency when you scroll up through the Google search. So you don't know which one is which. I just went by the closest state to me, or the closest province to me, where the station could have came from, and just logged it in on the computer, and then I printed the sheet out. Once I was done, I got 6 pages full of, I got quite a bit. Alright, so this is a quick video I thought I'd do. I thought it'd be a good idea. I haven't done it in a long time, and it's actually where one of the places I kind of started in radio early on, when I was about maybe 8 or 9, and keep in mind I'm only 17, so the first radio I had when I found out that medium wave DX was a thing was the Eton FRX3 weather radio, which was surprisingly pretty good for AM DXing. I was about 8 or 9, maybe a little younger, when the Eton FRX3 came out. It's about 4 AM right now. I usually try not to be up around 4 AM. This is a little early for me. I thought I'd get up about, no, this is about like a half hour early for me. I usually up around 4:35. Anyways, without further ado, I guess I already know a couple DX stations off the top of my head. There's one that's either 5:30 or 5:40. I believe it's 5:40. Here's my 5 o'clock alarm. Here's 5:20.
In that long train that we've lived, in how we apply human rights to the way we live today and the way the legal systems are built today.
I don't remember what 5:40 AM is, but it's not DX. I know that.
We've lost a lot of points along the way, but for the most part,
CBK AM 5:40 from, okay, so it's from Saskatchewan. Yeah, Saskatchewan usually isn't really DX for where I'm at. They're getting a little overload here because their stations overlapping each other.
It's the brands you know, the people you trust, and the quality you deserve at the Peak and Peak Wet Bake Landing.
That's 580 local. I'm not sure what 5.
The first time that we've seen
What concurrent, right? The emergence of the
and monitoring violations of
I'm not sure what 550 is. I might just be getting overload there.
sandwiches.
Let's try 560 maybe 560. Let's see what 560 English is. Again, that's probably just overload. 580 local. And that's 600 CJWW that I haven't heard from in years. I actually had to Google it yesterday where I was watching a live stream for official SWL channel. I think there was someone from Saskatchewan in the live chat thing, and I asked if he knew anything about if CJCW and Saskatoon went off the air, if it was still around. Because I haven't heard it in for like friggin' ever. So I've been wondering what in the hell has happened with it. And apparently it's still in the air, I just haven't heard it. And I just turned my radio on yesterday. What was it, like 9? I went to bed real early last night so I could get up at 4. It was like, what, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock? I turned the radio on and I was getting it pretty clear, so it is still on. I guess I don't... AM DX enough, obviously. I'll try here on the satellite. Fading in and out there. Something there on 610 that I can't make out. Very weak. Now you'd be surprised we can get with AM DX early in the morning, like this time in the morning. So the news talk 610 is CKTV. And Niagara. Seems like we're getting some pretty good DX with this. CKTV, yeah. Ontario, Canada. I wonder if we'll get 1010. I should try 607 too. Just for Crops and Eagles. To see if CFRX is coming through. 1010 would be CFRB. Once we get up to 1010, that is.
and oh man, we got one here from Katie and one.
This is of course 630 local.
When we work together, amazing things can happen.
City News, Calgary.
Before we do, why not light up a Philip Morris and enjoy America's finest cigarette as we watch Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz in I Love Lucy.
The show revolutionizes television, makes Lucy and
Oh, does that ever bring back memories? They used to be here locally before I think they took the transmitters down. They were owned by CBC. It was a CBC station, CBC French. It's only on 90.1 FM now, but it was always used to be on 730 AM as well. And it's no longer, it's just on 90.1 FM, which just broadcasts from the local FM tower that I talk about that's like less than 2 kilometers away from me. And the AM signal never did, but the FM signal does. And that's right, the very first station I ever heard on the radio that got me started into radio was 730. It is TSN Radio in Montreal. TSN Radio here in Alberta is 1260. CJLI The Light 700, and the light here is 930 locally. 710 ESPN in Seattle. Wow, all the way down in Seattle, that's impressive. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. You never know what you can find at this time of morning.
Words like that have never been uttered. What you just heard from John Boog Shambi. The 11 runs in the first, or frankly any frame of a postseason baseball game, the most ever in one inning. And the Dodgers think blue, thinking they're back in this series with a 15-3 win. We got Clayton Kershaw back on the bump. We'll have game number 4 on ESPN radio. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern tonight. In the American League Championship Series, the Astros stay alive for another day. They edge the Rays and pick up their first win in the ALCS, thanks to Jose Altuve, who's been a little bit of the GOAT so far in this series defensively, came up big offensively with a big home run yesterday. This League Championship Series resumes at 4:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio. Again, no off days every single day until we get the 2 teams that'll play in the Fall Classic, which will begin.
That's pretty good DX. I thought baseball was canceled because one of the players got COVID. And then they shut down the league for a while, and then they opened it again, and then someone got COVID again, and they shut it down. So it's just me. It just been too much with this sports stuff coming back. They bring these sports leagues back, then they shut down, then they reopen again, and someone gets COVID again, and they shut down, and it gets so confusing. We have no idea. Are they still open, or are they shut down, or what's happening? I don't know if you can hear that. That is 7:20 AM.
Being handed down for reviewing the circumstances surrounding the drinking and driving incident that got Johnson fired last year.
This, I don't know what the hell is with the volume control on the Aton Salad. You'll see this video will probably go up after the HF Aircom video that I did. You notice that this was very scratchy, the volume control. Well, I just went back to shortwave there. This volume control is very scratchy. I don't know why that is. That wouldn't even go up all the way loud. I should probably open it up and spray some contact cleaner or something in there. Either that or maybe one of the traces on the volume control broke. One of the solder traces cracked.
I see.
Much further back.
Hilarious.
770 is Global News Calgary.
If you hear somebody say, I'll have a rye and Coke.
That's 790. It actually used to be CFCW Country Classic Country Radio here in Alberta, Canada, and it's now at 8:40 AM. They moved from 8:40 AM. I guess we were probably getting interference from 770. Fucking weaker there on 800. I haven't checked the time on the camera yet, so I don't know how bloody long I've been filming for. I can't see the bloody viewfinder, and the telescopic is falling. I think the problem with the noise reduction, the MLA noise reduction, is it's reducing some of the signals coming through. So that's CKLW, which is obviously a Canadian station. When you see a call sign that starts with C for any commercial radio or TV station, you know it's from Canada. It is from Windsor, Ontario. There's something on 810 and 820. It comes in here. Someone sounding like brother, sir. There it is, it's 810, so I don't know what 810 is. The voice sounds familiar. 810 is CKJS. Did we just do that? Winnipeg, Canada. So Winnipeg, Montreal. Not Montreal, Winnipeg, man. I don't know why I said Montreal. Winnipeg, Manitoba. Sorry. CFCW, I shouldn't leave that on for too long because it is music. I probably did that earlier. You can't play it for more than a minute.
Is Alberta's country legend.
I'm Kevin MLA.
iNews 880. That's global news radio, actually. It's not iNews 880 anymore. I don't know why I keep calling it that. It was rebranded to Global News 880. It used to be iNews 880, but what was weird this past summer, you can see that you can watch the video where I put up the MLA 30 loop antenna. It was off the air for some reason, all my medium wave radios, and I couldn't figure out why. I tried Googling and nothing came up. And all of a sudden it was what, like 9-10 o'clock at night, maybe a little earlier than that. It just all of a sudden came back on the air, so I don't know if they were having transmitter issues or something. It was really weird. I just blanked out for a couple hours in the afternoon and went back up in the evening, and it was, I thought maybe there was transmitter issues, or I don't know. 910 is 910 Drum Heller. Real country. Drum Heller isn't really DX. There's 930 at the light here in Alberta. 950 AM. Not sure what 950 AM is. Switch it up here. The two stations overlapping each other, which is overload. 950 AM. Pembina Valley. CFAM out of Manitoba. The Pembina Valley region, I never heard of that area. I know it's somewhere in Manitoba. CFAM.
Out $100 in cash.
No,
Never tell him.
but, you know, if Bob comes to my house and he takes out a 2-liter of Coke and he finishes the whole bottle by himself, am I going to say that Bob stole Coke from my house?
What happens if Bob came into your house, took a bottle of
Sportsnet Radio.
fridge, and just left with it?
Calgary. There you go. So that's not DX.
Met Jason. He'd come out the other side and left the White Pride gang behind before he left the group.
CBC Radio 1 in Winnipeg.
Is that when you just had it done?
There's 10
Offer ends 10/31/20.
AM, 10 kilohertz AM.
T-Mobile for Business knows saving time and money is important for your business.
The availability of $1.2 million
Okay,
in
so
CARES Act
Washington.
funds to aid Washington-based manufacturers impacted by the pandemic. Rick Van Sice here, and Impact Washington is Washington's trusted resource for our thriving manufacturing industry.
So I'm listening to CAM, Seattle, out of Seattle, Washington. I'm listening to
training and consulting services.
KLMO News Radio.
For beyond today's challenges. Eligible applicants for these relief funds include manufacturers, producers,
a host of people that we
It's 10:30. I for some reason sometimes get interference from something that the MLA is picking up. Not at this time in the morning. I'm not getting it, but later in the day. Because of course no one else is up. I'm probably the only one up in the neighborhood.
protected his reputation. Family with baby seats in the back of his car, trying to tell him what the hell to do, and he's making $100 and some million. Grown man. Grown ass man.
TSN Vancouver. TSN Radio Vancouver. Your grown ass man radio. Here on 1050. $10:50 AM. TSN Sports Radio out of Toronto. I thought we just did that. That sounds like music that I'm hearing now.
And then they leave me because everything's
That's 1060. I wonder if I'll get 1070.
And I'm young, but I feel old. You guys ever get that feeling?
1060 is the funny. It used to be our own little international station here in Alberta called The Voice of the Prairies. ZFVP, Calgary, Voice of the Prairies. And then they cut that and they started rebroadcasting the funny on 1060 out of Calgary. Which is a 24-hour comedy station. Comes in pretty good. So that's not really DX. Nor should 630 be, but it doesn't want to come in. I'll show you here. There's a lot of noise for some reason up in here. This is Radio Havana, Cuba, on 6030 right now. That's always the only thing I hear on 6030. I can never hear the funny relay at CFEP Calgary. I'd like to do a video on that if I ever can hear it. Radio. There's my alarm again. There's Victoria and KNX on top of each other.
Created the voting information.
1090 is, I don't know what 1090 is. WBAL. Out of Baltimore.
You know what I love? A ride one.
Something there. Cleveland on WTAM. There you go. Quick look. That's Cleveland, Ohio.
Here are 100 top quality tables.
Shop the largest selection of quality dining room furniture in the Midwest at Hallmark Furniture, Nebraska.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brent Bettinger with
looks like it's out of KFAB, out of
needs hearing aids. The hearing loss could be corrected with necessary surgery. So first, it's important to know
Nebraska,
the hearing problem. As a board-certified ear physician and surgeon working
out of Omaha,
highly trained doctors of audiology.
KMOX 1120 out of where? Gotta get a location real quick. St. Louis, so it's CBS Radio.
/open.
930 was.
Few months, Covenant House Vancouver stores have remained open as they continue to be a place of safety for you.
Yeah, 1130 Vancouver. CKW. CKW, actually, I have heard that before. Actually.
That they can be there for the young people.
There's 1140, I believe, out of Lethbridge, which is north of me, like a couple hours or 3 hours north of me. This isn't DX at all. 1150 CKFR of British Columbia.
Utah's 2020 school year.
1160.
On this radio, John
It was 1180 that I used to be a good DX in my bedroom when I was younger.
Corner Canyon High Schools will be moving from a hybrid to an in-person schedule starting this coming Monday.
WYLL
Thursday and Friday.
Christian Radio out of Chicago.
Independent or remote learning day.
Getting some pretty good DX with the MLA 30.
Once again, we're gaining a little bit.
I definitely would suggest the MLA 30 if you're into shortwave radio. You know, DXing shortwave radio, which is going to be a lot of fun. And if you're into DXing medium wave, it seems to be great for that, although it does get overload. That doesn't surprise me for AM, though. Yeah.
Number 13.
There you go. That's the one I used to DX a lot from the original.
35 states. In Ohio, more than 2,000 new cases yesterday, the biggest spike in that state since the pandemic began. In Kansas,
from
now reporting
Georgia,
a 7-day increase in deaths and cases.
Senate Judiciary Committee begins to consider the nomination of Supreme Court nominee.
I used to DX that a lot
she testified
in my bedroom when I was younger, when I had it's on FRX3, which I still have, but it's seen better days. I never use it anymore. And yeah, Grundig, not the Grundig, just the Anton.
Physician at
I'm not sure what 1200 AM is. Oop. How long is this blooming video? I don't think I even have an SD card in, so it's just going to be on the camera, in the camera's hard drive. I didn't realize that. Spice Radio Vancouver. Either that or KFNW out of, where's KNF? Something on 1220. Very weak. Trying to be quick here so I don't drag this video on too long. WHKW out of Cleveland, Ohio. It's in there, you can hear it. Actually, I guess I'll just do it right here real quick. You know, it'd be interesting to see if they actually switch, the government actually switches AM radio over to digital AM radio. I would actually consider buying, if that change does happen, I am actually considering buying an HD radio just for the hell of it, to see what it's all about, see what it's like, and do a good, it would make an interesting video too. Actually, I would do a good review video on it. Oh, it's right here. Manitoba.
Regular season ends.
1260 TSN Sports Radio local. I don't know what's on 1290 there. News Talk. So KWFS, CBS News Radio. There you go. Turn the rest of my talk real quick. I want to get an interference noise from that. There you go. You can hear it cut out there. Those 60-cycle lights cause a 60-cycle hum noise. Those fluorescent lights.
Award-winning cover of your hometown team. Rockin' Cunningham and KNO Exports. 1310
KLNX Sports, did they say? So, KLNX. Lots of signals booming in with the Illinois 30. This morning, that's for sure. 10:20 AM, CJMR, Toronto. There you go.
And there should be funding for early childhood education before
13:30. That damn so I don't get copyrighted. 13:30 AM.
CJYM 1330.
From Saskatchewan. WLBK from Illinois, also on the FM 98.9 in Illinois. 1380 is some sort of music. I don't know if copyright ID will pick up that distorted mess. CPKC. Yeah, and then Bloomberg Radio out of Vancouver.
A public service message from HUD in partnership with the
There's 1440 out of Tasman. W1440, just heard it. It's also, you can hear it in the background. It's another one of those Cantonese stations. It's also owned by Fairchild. You can hear it in the background with something else on top of it that's not coming up. I can't find it. It's something, but I don't know what it. You can hear the Cantonese music in the background though. Something on 15 kilohertz there. It'd be fun to. I'd like to do another DX video with this vintage Philco AM radio here. We'll do that at some point. 1510. Sounds like mumble rap. You know, the Billboard Music Awards were on last night. I don't even watch that anymore. It's all crap ass music. WLAC out of Nashville, which is also on 98.3 FM. Out of Oklahoma, we got KO, KC AM 1520. Very weak. I wonder if it's sounding better here. KXAK or something they said. So it's something different. Yeah, no, KLKC is News Talk, so it's a country station out of somewhere. Here we go. KKXA, that's what they just said. Classic country out of Washington. KFBK. This is also 93.1 FM out of Sacramento.
Her son Barron tested positive for the coronavirus but had no symptoms. The First Lady just
Pretty good DX. 1550, you know, that sounds like a Fairchild station. South Asian News. KRPI Radio 1550 out of somewhere. I don't have out of Ferndale, which I believe is in Michigan, Washington, Seattle, Washington. Anyways, that was medium wave DXing with the Eton Field radio on the MLA 30, and I'm pretty impressed. We got some pretty good DX this morning actually. We started at 4 a.m. It's what, 5 o'clock, and I probably had that camera on for an hour, and we're really gonna have to cut that down. I'll plop the video into the computer just to see how long, because I can't look at the time code on the camera for some reason. It just says record, which I hate. I wish I could see a time code so I can see how long the video is. Anyways, I will do a video, AM DX video. Sorry, I'm moving the camera in an unusual way here. I got the legs of the tripod on top of three paint pails here because the tripod's not high enough to get the right angle of the Eton Field. But I will do another AM DX video with that. See if we get the same stations or as many. I don't think we'll get as many. I'll hook it up to a good antenna, or maybe I can hook it up to the MLA 30 somehow with like a clip lead. I think it might get overloaded. I mean, a receiver like that, it wouldn't surprise me if it got bad overload. I should try the Nordmende Fidelio actually and just see. You know what? I'll do that for a video too. Why not? It sounds pretty good in the Eton Field. I don't know about other receivers, AM receivers. It does. The only problem with it reduces the noise to a certain level that it reduces the signal that's DXing in from wherever. So it's a bit weaker. So I have to use the telescope. I got the Eton satellite for some of them. But other than that, we got some pretty good DX this morning. I guess I'll go ahead and end off the video, and I'll say, if you want a good antenna for a good decent price antenna that's wicked on shortwave and pretty good on medium wave, go with the MLA 30. I mean, it's wicked on shortwave. It's okay on medium wave. It's not the best. It was pretty good for DX, but man, is it wicked on back to shortwave. Man, is it wicked on shortwave. And you can see the video we did a test on shortwave. That's the video. I put it up and tested and put it together, and we installed it on top of the wooden fort outside the garage here. But anyways, without further my blabbing here, this is probably a long ass video already. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. I'll press the stop button here. We'll see you in the next one. Lots more content coming soon. 73's all. Stay safe. We'll see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.